What's up, guys? Welcome to the Kick It Podcast, episode 12. I'm Louis Lope, and today Alegre isn't here today. He's a pretty busy man. He has stuff to do. He has his other podcast as well, which limits him down to basically a day or two a week, and that's usually on the weekends. And I felt like one episode a week wasn't enough, so yeah, here I am. So yeah, I got JT over here chilling with us too, just kicking it. What up, bro?
What up, man? What's up, guys? Shout out to whoever's listening out there.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, and before we keep going, the podcast is now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well as Google Podcasts and any other platform out there where it has to be. It's on there. So yeah, go give that. If YouTube isn't working for you guys, definitely go check that out. Thank you guys for listening. And honestly, I waited a little bit to see if I would actually put it on Spotify and Apple because I wasn't sure if this was going to be like a for sure thing. And, we had some people fall out of the podcast already. And so, yeah, I mean, it's going to keep going. So we decided to do it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this weather out here because, damn, that shit was pretty crazy. You know, it was kind of rainy and sunny at the same time. I don't know if you saw that earlier, JT. Earlier when I was coming back from work, it was like sunny and then rainy at the same time. It was so weird, bro.
It was weird as fuck.
I had never seen that before. I felt so confused. But the fucking rainbows, man. I saw so many rainbows.
Yeah, that was dope too.
Dude, I've never seen so many rainbows once in my life. Like, in one day, you know? And it was cool. I saw like 4 or 5 of them today. And they were fucking huge, too.
For real.
But yeah, so just last night, I was with JT and Victor V as well with Bree. We were down in San Diego at the AC Lounge at the De La Flo show, which is basically a Spanish hip hop show. You know, there was a battle going on
That
with
shit was dope.
dude. That it was really dope. You guys had to be there. I think it's like once a month at the moment we have a Spanish hip hop, and there was a battle. I tried to record a video. I mean, I did record it. I posted it on Instagram, but I did not know it didn't have any audio. I don't know what it was. I think my phone's fucked up. And actually, I just think it's because it's old. You know, I think Apple's trying to get me to buy the new phones. I feel like they do this every year. They need to slow it down with all those fucking phones, man. Can't keep up. Shit, my phone's from like 5 years ago. It's slow as fuck. But yeah, fucking Victor V and JT Active did a set last night and tore the fucking place down. It was dope, man. How did it feel to be back on that stage?
It was fucking awesome, bro. Excuse me. The love, man. The love out there was fucking amazing. The vibe. It was dope. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty fucking. I was lit. I was drinking a bottle of Jack.
Yeah. I was there. I saw it.
I was letting the people know. Not that I'm proud of it, you know.
Yeah.
But
You are proud of it, bro. Shit, I would, man.
yeah, it was nice, man. It was dope.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the first time I went with Victor, you weren't able to go, and yeah, dude. Hopefully you like that shit. It was fun. I think it was more popping than the last time, but now that we're on the topic of hip hop, man. What's been new with that mixtape of yours?
Talking about that, that's currently what I'm working on right now. For those that can't see, I have my laptop in my lap, working on my music, mixing one of my songs. Gonna finish up recording my mixtape. I have 3 songs left on Saturday, and sometime by the beginning of March, I want to say maybe March 3rd. Most likely, I'm gonna be releasing my mixtape. It's gonna be on all digital platforms, so hopefully, you guys fuck with it.
Yeah.
Let me know what your favorite song is.
What's the name of the mixtape?
The name of the mixtape is gonna be called Dream Act. I actually released my first single already. It's up on all digital platforms or all major platforms. And yeah, so peep that, give that a listen. Let me know what you think, and it's gonna be like a whole story behind this mixtape.
Yeah, so there you guys have it. It's called Dream Act by JT Active. It should be done by the beginning of March. Should be out by the beginning of March.
Yes.
So, man, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait for that finished product because, you've been putting so much time with that shit, just having it ready to go. And one thing or another, just like, it's been, falling back a little bit.
Falling back.
Yeah, how's that? How have you felt about that, man? Does that stress you out? Does that, motivate you? What does it do, man?
It frustrates me a little, to be honest. But it's a little frustrating just because, people are like, they're asking for a JT Active. You know, they want more, and like, why haven't they asked me why I haven't released like music, any new music, and why just a selected amount of songs, which is like 3, 4 now, or 5 with this single, but it's separate from the singles that I've released before. You know.
Right.
So yeah, it frustrates me because I want some music out there, but shit. I guess it, you know, like
life.
Yeah. Yeah. Things get in the way, certain obstacles and shit, but you know, but we're about to get there, bro.
Yeah.
Thank God, this Saturday, gonna finish it up. Primero Dios, yeah. You know, we'll see from there.
Hell yeah. So, what was your thought process behind this mixtape?
What do you mean thought process?
Like, what's like the concept, or what's, is there like a certain theme throughout this mixtape, or like, how did you come across, or how did you put those songs, and how did you arrange them and make them become the Dream Act?
Oh, I see. Okay, so like, well, pretty much just like certain things, certain impacts in my life, the certain obstacles that I have gone through and shit, certain situations and shit like that, certain stuff that I've lived and seen, and not just probably me, but maybe other people that I have heard of or similar stories, and I just kind of like emulate that into the music, just put it in there and express it, because I mean, there's too many people talking about pussy and bitches and shit. We can all get that, but there's so many, not a lot of people like actually expressing the way that they feel.
I feel you. Yeah, I agree. And that's cool, man. It's definitely a fresh new outtake. A look on hip hop, and I think it's one of the things that it's been missing. So I can't wait for that. Which, now that we're talking about March and stuff, we also have an upcoming event that we will be a part of. It's called San Diego Hip Hop Festival. Fucking tongue. San Diego Hip Hop Festival, March 2nd, at Balboa Park. Yeah, so you can catch the Kick It podcast, JT Active, Victor V. We're all gonna be out there having a good time, chilling. The last time we went, it was dope. I had too many edibles last time. I was in a coma for like 3 days, man.
Seriously, bro.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. But these people have heard about that. So, what was I gonna say? I just finished watching Club de Cuervos, dude. Fucking season 4. And I don't know you haven't seen that shit, but I feel like there's an emptiness in my life now that I finished that series, bro. I don't know what to do. It was probably one of the best seasons that I've seen in any TV series, and hopefully, it just sucks that they're not gonna make another one. Estoy un poco aguitado, but fuck it, we're out here. But yeah, man, you guys should have been there last night. It was dope. You guys should have seen Victor V and JT Active rock that stage. That shit got hype. It got lit. The place just woke the fuck up. And, that's what, we're trying to upload.
It did.
As we were trying to upload so you guys could see it, man. It was dope. And, I was a little nervous because, it had been a while since we had been on stage and shit. But it was better than ever.
It was fire.
It was fire. It was not a single mistake. It was dope. I want to go back to yesterday.
Why did we leave so soon?
Because we're adults and some of us had to go work in the morning.
Whatever.
I wanted to stay, but Victor and Bree were already tired. They had to work early in the morning.
Oh, true.
And they were driving, so I could understand. I would want to get the fuck out of this as soon as possible.
Very true.
Yeah, no, I wasn't really helping things either. Still can't believe Q went up there, bro.
I know.
Shout out to Q, man, if you're listening. Thanks for stopping by. It was dope. I hadn't seen him in a while. It was crazy running into him. I was not expecting Q to be there. It had been a couple months since I had seen him. And I was recording the Victor set. And then just out of nowhere, I turned around and bam, there's a homie. And it was cool seeing him because I honestly did not know he had moved down to San Diego. And apparently he lived right around the block from the AC Lounge. So that was really cool. That said, man, I smoked so much weed yesterday. I was tired. I was knocked out before we left. But enough about that show. After work, work was pretty chill today. Really slow. The work I got here and, fix the garage a little bit, which is where we record and kick in and create ideas and all that bullshit. Whatever you want to call it. Thought process, etc., etc. And, yeah. Feels nice. I like it. I like it a lot better. Feels more spacious in here. So with that said, we're gonna go to the next thing, which is topics and questions we have from the people. And I have 3 questions. They're pretty straightforward questions. So thank you guys for bringing those in. Uh, First one is, how did I feel when Horse and Yoshi left the podcast? Horse and Yoshi are some of the founding members, or 2 of the 4 founding members of this podcast, along with me and Alegre. And Yoshi was the first one to leave. He left because he wanted to go into law enforcement, and this was taking up his time. I didn't really feel, angry or anything. You gotta understand, we're grown people and we're trying to take our different paths and careers, etc. And some things get in the way. You gotta make sacrifices, and it's cool. So thank him for that. Horse left a couple weeks ago or so with with some family problems and shit. So it's understanding. It's you can't be mad at stuff like that. Sometimes people gotta do what they have to do, and that's that. Second question is, how did I get the idea for the podcast? How did I get the idea for the podcast? I had it in my mind for a while now, doing some type of talk show or skits or podcast. And after I started doing the What Up Wednesday series, it just kind of confirmed it. It was one of the things I had to do, and that's why I decided to do it. That's when I linked up with the boys and we started this shit. And and here we are, 12 episodes later. Third question is, why don't women like gentlemen anymore? It's a good question. I gotta think that shit out. Why don't women like gentlemen anymore? It's not that they don't like gentlemen. I just think the opposite of whatever gentleman is more in your face. And it's become a first come, first serve. So I think this generation is more savage than, the last ones. They don't give a fuck. And I think that's what it is. I don't know, man. It depends if you're talking about girls or if you're talking about women, because it's 2 different things. Girls are immature. They're going to go with whatever impresses them. And, that's my ignorant point of view on that, though. So, don't take it as advice, because I highly doubt I'm the last person to ask for advice on that stuff. I just speak out of my ass, and hopefully it doesn't come back and bite me. And with that, we're going to go into some soccer topics. It's been a pretty busy midweek for soccer. For Liga MX, Nicolas Castillo just moved to America. A couple seasons ago, he was with Pumas. Also, another thing, moving to Spain, Karim Benzema, who plays for Real Madrid, just became their 6th top goal scorer, passing Hugo Sanchez with 209 goals. That's pretty impressive. People give him a lot of shit, but, the guy gets the job done. He's been really consistent with them. He's getting older, so he's on his way out. And also yesterday, Atalanta. There we go. That's what it is. Beat Juventus 3-0 to advance to the semifinals in the Italian Cup, which is really cool. Juventus has been having a stranglehold on the Italian league, and it's cool to see, a big team get their asses whooped. As you guys can see, this wasn't really thought out or planned out. I just decided to go for it and fuck it. Wing it. So, I guess today you guys just get a 15-minute podcast. Hopefully I get better at this. And I'll see you guys this weekend once Alegre comes back. Peace.